feeling bullied by your bank?
You know there's a fee. That loan application looks complicated.
Any help?
Not really a math guy. I hope you enjoyed our new hold music. Last question, what high school did you go to?
Lincoln South?
Dude, we totally crushed you guys.
At Wintrust, we take a different approach. Whether it's banking solutions, a new home, or financial planning, our local experts are ready to help. Wintrust, different approach, better results.
What are you?
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
Ever since I was a little kid, I've been interested in the ideas of justice and fairness and equality. That's why I became a lawyer. I have the opportunity to advance these ideals. Now more than ever in our world, it is important that we highlight these issues, it's important that we fight for these issues, and my clients know that Keating Law Offices will not just fight for them, but they will fight for these ideals.
Sure, my family loves me. They bought me this sweet new collar. My dog bowl is always full of Fido's finest. Heck, they even take care of the personal stuff on my walk. Come on, who does that? But what really sealed the deal from a security system from Forest Security. Hey, I'm no watchdog, you know? Forest Security offers the latest in technology and security for our home. Yeah, I'm pretty good at keeping an eye on things, but I also have stuff to do, like sleep and socialize. A smart security system can provide around-the-clock awareness and generate instant smartphone alerts. They let the family know if something is wrong or suspicious. They do all of the work for us, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know what they say, you can't trust a dog to watch your house or your sandwich. Call Forest Security today.
Call us today at 708-452-2000 or visit forestsecurity.com.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
Feeling bullied by your bank?
You know there's a fee. That loan application looks complicated.
Any help?
Not really a math guy. I hope you enjoyed our new hold music. Last question, what high school did you go to?
Lincoln South?
Dude, we totally crushed you guys.
At Wintrust, we take a different approach. Whether it's banking solutions, a new home, or financial planning, our local experts are ready to help. Wintrust, different approach, better results.
What are you?
Ever since I was a little kid, I've been interested in the ideas of justice and fairness and equality. That's why I became a lawyer. I have the opportunity to advance these ideals. Now more than ever in our world, it is important that we highlight these issues. It's important that we fight for these issues. And my clients know that Keating Law Offices will not just fight for them, but they will fight for these ideals.
Sure, my family loves me. They bought me this sweet new collar. My dog bowl is always full of Fido's finest. Heck, they even take care of the personal stuff on my walk. Come on, who does that? But what really sealed the deal for me was when they installed a security system from Forest Security. Hey, I'm no watchdog, you know? Forest Security offers the latest in technology and security for our home. Yeah, I'm pretty good at keeping an eye on things, but I also have stuff to do, like sleep and socialize. A smart security system can provide around-the-clock awareness and generate instant smartphone alerts. They let the family know if something is wrong or suspicious. They do all of the work for us, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know what they say, you can't trust a dog to watch your house or your sandwich. Call Forest Security today.
Call us today at 708-452-2000 or visit forestsecurity.com.
Ever since I was a little kid, I've been interested in the ideas of justice and fairness and equality. That's why I became a lawyer. I have the opportunity to advance these ideals. Now more than ever in our world, it is important that we highlight these issues. It's important that we fight for these issues. And my clients know that Keating Law Offices will not just fight for them, but they will fight for these ideals.
Feeling bullied by your bank?
You know there's a fee. That loan application looks complicated.
Any help?
Not really a math guy. I hope you enjoyed our new hold music. Last question, what high school did you go to?
Lincoln South?
Dude, we totally crushed you guys.
At Wintrust, we take a different approach. Whether it's banking solutions, a new home, or financial planning, our local experts are ready to help. Wintrust, different approach, better results.
What are you?
Sure, my family loves me. They bought me this sweet new collar. My dog bowl is always full of Fido's finest. Heck, they even take care of the personal stuff on my walk. Come on, who does that? But what really sealed the deal for me was when they installed a security system from Forest Security. Hey, I'm no watchdog, you know? Forest Security offers the latest in technology and security for our home. Yeah, I'm pretty good at keeping an eye on things, but I also have stuff to do, like sleep and socialize. A smart security system can provide around-the-clock awareness and generate instant smartphone.
The best things in life are sweet and free too, especially when they come from Chicago's own Sweet Mandy B's. Today, we're celebrating the iconic bakery's 20th birthday. Look at day over 10.
The bakery began at home with the owners baking desserts for friends and family, and then in 2002, Sweet Mandy B's opened its first storefront. They're known for their old-fashioned desserts, and they were nice enough to send us a bunch of them. Look at these cupcakes. This is what I've had when I've gone there, is these delicious cupcakes.
They look
right?
They're
pretty. What do you guys have?
Sugar cookie with frosting. I also recommend the molasses cookie.
Oh, yes,
my goodness, it's
that
so good.
Best.
Oh,
I have Oreo frosted brownie.
Okay, and then I'm not sure what this is. It says
just dough it.
Just dough it. Look at this.
Cookie
Look at this, you guys. There's something.
The middle.
Oh.
Yeah, and I have a iced Rice Krispie treat that I'm not trading with anyone.
You like Rice Krispies, huh?
I do.
That's
really?
perfect. Look at
I
this.
feel like you either love them or you hate them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No in between.
All my kids' birthday cakes.
This is where you get it from?
Sweet Mandy B's for, yeah.
Ever since I was a little kid, I've been interested in the ideas of justice and fairness and equality. That's why I became a lawyer. I have the opportunity to advance these ideals. Now more than ever in our world, it is important that we highlight these issues. It's important that we fight for these issues. And my clients know that Keating Law Offices will not just fight for them, but they will fight for these ideals.
Good evening, everybody. Kyle Smith alongside Gary Sahara as Fenwick is about to take on Montini Catholic. Gary, both teams 2-1. Neither team obviously wants to go to 500. Fenwick was very close to going 3-0. They were down 14-13 on the road at Joliet Catholic. Went for two. The old analytics, actually the new analytics, if you want to go that route. They went for two, went for the win. Unsuccessful. Now they have to win at home to go to 3-1.
First of all, it's good to be back with you. It's been a couple of weeks. Good to be back in the booth.
Hold on. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone. You don't have the odd.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
Good evening, everybody. Kyle Smith alongside Gary Sahara. Like we said before, both teams are 2-1. Winner advances to 3-1 on the season. They have 2 games over 500. Loser to 500. And partner, it's only a 9-game season, so every game matters. Now, you only need 5 wins to get in, and for some of these class divisions, Nazareth got into the postseason last year with a 4-5 record, and they made it all the way to the state title in Class 5A. So there is a situation where you can get in at 4 and 5. Neither team wants to be in that position. Both teams are 2-1. Fenwick could be 3-0 if they had converted on the 2-point conversion at Joliet. This is a Montini team, very good on defense. 6 different players have an interception. A little bit of a struggle, though, on the offensive side of the ball. Gary, why is that?
Both teams stingy on defense. Montini's defense giving up 21 points in the 3 games. Fenwick 38. So it's going to be a tale of 2 defenses, but it's also going to be which offense is going to step up. I talked to Mike Bukowski, head coach of the Montini Broncos, and he says our offense is still looking for an identity. And when you talk about the first 3 games of the year, partner, 2-1 each team. This is a make or break game for which way this team's going to go for the rest of the season if they do make it in the playoffs.
Guy to watch out for Fenwick, the big guy at wide receiver. He's committed to Auburn. He was originally committed to Michigan, but he decides to take his talents to the SEC instead. He lines up at wide receiver. His best position is defensive end. How do you contain him? Are you going to have to chip block all night and double team and force somebody else to beat you?
Mike Bukowski, the head coach of Montini, told me this week when I talked to him, he says, we can't worry about him too much. We've got to do what we got to do. It's our offense. We're not playing against one player. We're playing against Fenwick. We're going to be aware of him, obviously, because he's the #1 defensive lineman in the state, top 25 in the nation. So the guy's got credentials. He's a stud. We're going to see what happens. But that offense, again, he's talking about having an identity, and their receiver core for Montini, not bad either. But Fenwick's receiver core, Matt Battaglia says these guys are studs. They can fly, and they're probably going to get a lot of the balls tonight.
For Montini, it's been a little bit of a struggle with the kicking game. They have not made a field goal yet this season. For Owen Burbridge doing the kicking for the Broncos this season. In terms of their offense, do they consider going for it all the time, even if they get the ball inside the 20?
Well, they lost Laddie Ase to an ACL injury, so he's out for the season. Isaac Alexander, JoJo James, and Jeremiah Peterson taking up the majority of the running game, especially if they're in the red zone. So he's got 3 running backs to use in the red zone, and again, how is this offense going to respond to a defense like Fenwick? They haven't faced a team like Fenwick so far this year. So we're going to see what happens. I think, the running game and whose offense is going to step up, and we talked about it when we worked that Bartlett game, the intangibles. What's going to happen? Turnovers, right? So that we're going to see who's going to make plays and who's going to come ready to play tonight.
Let's talk about JoJo James for a second here. 12 carries, 123 yards for the Broncos. Does that mean they should get him out on the edge, jet sweeps, get him out in space, see what he can do?
Yeah, I think I talked to a coach this week, and he said that, maybe do some screens, but, play action passes. And they've got an offensive line that's big, so they want to move the ball as well. So I think we're going to see a lot of runs between the tackles tonight.
Jamin Williams, man, he was fantastic against St. Ignatius. 3 touchdown passes. He's just a junior. Will that somewhat lack of experience come into play tonight against a tough Montini team who was in the semifinals of Class 4A last season?
I don't think so. This kid's been playing since 4th grade, and Matt Battaglia is so high on this kid. He's locked in. He knows how to make plays, and he knows how to win.
We're going to take a break. More football action coming up next as our 4-man crew showed on camera here on SBS.
5-man now. Look, he just showed up.
Oh, he did show up. Okay. Better late than never. Our 5-man crew now. You're watching SBS, the broadcasting network for everyone. No, mute first.
Sure, my family loves me. They bought me this sweet new collar. My dog bowl is always full of Fido's finest. Heck, they even take care of the personal stuff on my walk. Come on, who does that? But what really sealed the deal for me was when they installed a security system from Forest Security. Hey, I'm no watchdog, Forest Security offers the latest in technology and security for our home. Yeah, I'm pretty good at keeping an eye on things, but I also have stuff to do, like sleep and socialize. A smart security system can provide around-the-clock awareness and generate instant smartphone alerts. They let the family know if something is wrong or suspicious. They do all of the work for us, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know what they say, you can't trust a dog to watch your house or your sandwich. Call Forest Security today.
Call us today at 708-452-2000 or visit.
Feeling bullied by your bank?
You know there's a fee. That loan application looks complicated.
Any help?
Not really a math guy. I hope you enjoyed our new hold music. Last question, what high school did you go to?
Lincoln South?
Dude, we totally crushed you guys.
At Wintrust, we take a different approach. Whether it's banking solutions, a new home, or financial planning, our local experts are ready to help. Wintrust, different approach, better results.
What are you?
Ever since I was a little kid, I've been interested in the ideas of justice and fairness and equality. That's why I became a lawyer. I have the opportunity to advance these ideals. Now more than ever in our world, it is important that we highlight these issues. It's important that we fight for these issues. And my clients know that Keating Law Offices will not just fight for them, but they will fight for these ideals.
Feeling bullied by your bank?
You know there's a fee. That loan application looks complicated.
Any help?
Not really a math guy. I hope you enjoyed our new hold music. Last question, what high school did you go to?
Lincoln South?
Dude, we totally crushed you guys.
At Wintrust, we take a different approach. Whether it's banking solutions, a new home, or financial planning, our local experts are ready to help. Wintrust, different approach, better results.
What are you?
Back from break, I'm Kyle Smith alongside Gary Zahara. Game starts in about 8 minutes, Gary. I think it's going to be a Fenwick win, but I think it's going to be an old-style bloodbath in the trenches. I like Fenwick 21, Montini 14.
And before we talk about predictions, what another great night. Summer is given one last roar. Summer's given one last roar. The weather's beautiful. It's going to get a little cooler out here. It was much hotter when we came up here to set up our equipment. But, I'm looking for maybe Montini to make a statement. This is more of a statement game for Montini, although Coach Matt Battaglia talked about having a bad taste in their mouths after the loss to Joliet Catholic going for 2 points. Joliet Catholic, if you walk in that school, all that hardware up and down the hallway, a 14-13 score is quite impressive.
Yeah, it sure is, isn't it? Now, Parter, we've talked about how important it is to run the ball. The good thing is about tonight, there isn't a lot of wind resistance. You would think there would be as we get very close to the month of October, but it feels like a July game tonight with no wind resistance. Do you want to have more of an air attack if you're the offensive coordinators for Montini and Fenwick?
Again, it's still a little bit humid outside, so what's going to happen is you're going to have to keep hydrating the players. When we did that game at Bartlett, it was hot. Some players were cramping up. So I think we're going to see which team has the most energy, which team came in prepared this week to practice in the heat and get their bodies used to it. Because next week we're dropping down to the 70s and 60s, and it's going to be perfect football weather.
Final thoughts about tonight's game. I said Fenwick 21, Montini 14. Do you like the visiting team or do you like the home team? Technically, it's a neutral site game.
True. Montini's got hardware as well. They're 6-time state champions. So I think, again, this is a game that Montini needs. I think they will come out victorious. I think it could be 21-18 Montini.
All right, 21-18. So that would mean that Fenwick either misses an extra point or they get the field goal first, and they have to get the touchdown 2-point conversion, then another touchdown and another PAT.
Right, we can't agree on everything we're doing, right? You know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we need to get ratings, right? We got to get the Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith type of ESPN First Take stuff.
We need the views on SBS.
Here's a trivia question for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what ESPN First Take was originally called?
Home Alone.
Do you know or no?
No, I don't.
Cold Pizza.
Cold Pizza?
I thought that was an awesome name because it aired at like 10 a.m. the perfect time to eat cold pizza?
Cold pizza is actually healthier than pizza right out of the oven, if you can believe it.
Is that true? Where did you hear that?
Have some cold pizza in the morning for breakfast.
Do you have a friend who's a cardiologist?
Well, I did have a heart attack, so I got a stent in. I got 2 stents in, so pizza. I'm a pizza guy.
Where did you hear that though? I'm curious.
It's a long-standing statement, like a myth back when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s. So.
All right. PA announcements coming up next, as well as the national anthem. It's the Broncos, the visiting team, on the road, taking on the home team Friars here on SBS.
Full house today. Full house in box.
We got our nice pick, by the way. It'll be worse than that. We're going to have another guy back there. He'll be out your way. But,
what you got to do, bro?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Did I sound good in the pregame there? Did I sound okay?
So you get 18 from
keep them safe from injury and harm, instill in them deep respect for each other, and reward them for their perseverance. And Lord, lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom, where you live and reign with your Son and the Holy Spirit, God, forever and ever. Amen. St. John Baptist de La Salle, pray for us. St. Dominic, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem, performed by the Fenwick Band.
Which guy's going to be sitting right here?
I just said you got an extra chair.
I'm working the core. I'm standing up all day.
Excellent
That's
job.
your spot if you want it.
Excellent job by the Fenwick Pep Band as the Friars are about to enter.
Look at this, full house. It's packed. Great night for football. Playing good music, AC/DC on the PA system. Impressive PA system here as well. I'm looking over across at Montini's fan base. Not impressed. I can't believe it's not full.
Yeah, beautiful night like this. I guess it was too hot. I guess it's pool weather in Lombard to go in the pool and watch the game on our YouTube channel instead of being at the game.
I think that's what they're doing. I think they're sitting at home, cracking up a couple of cold ones. The adults, obviously. You know, the kids might be having some Kool-Aid or whatever the hell they drink nowadays.
Capri Sun. Capri Sun and the orange slices.
They still do Capri Suns and the orange slices. Do you still do that, Kyle?
I still do the Capri Suns.
Okay, all right. All right, I'm glad this is my last game because there's something wrong with you. So, no,
is there an age requirement and maximum on the Capri Suns?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you hit the age of 4, I think you're done. So
I was having Capri Suns when I was 16.
Wow.
Man.
All right, orange slices are good because that's healthy.
All right.
So, but I'm a tomato guy. I eat those little mini tomatoes.
No.
I love tomatoes.
Are you a V8 guy?
I love V8s.
Oh my God.
No, I'm a Clamato guy. Remember your Clamato?
No.
I've been drinking that stuff probably since 1989. Great stuff. I drink it straight. Put a pickle in there, some pepper.
Pickles are great. Pepper's fine. Not feeling the tomato thing though.
No? Okay.
Well, partner, here we go. It doesn't get much better than this. Do you think we're going to have mandated water breaks tonight because of how hot it is?
I don't know. Do that? You know what? I don't know if the IHSA does that. That's a pretty good question. I don't think so.
I have seen it before.
You have seen it? Okay. But no, I mean, I'm feeling a breeze coming through from behind. It's going to cool off. It's going to get into the 60s. You could feel the energy now. This is like a playoff game tonight. Friday Night Lights, obviously, but it's a playoff game. You got Johnny Latimer's Heisman Trophy in the end zone over there for the Fenwick Friars. This is, like I said, this is a game. This is a statement game for Montini, I think, more than Fenwick.
So kicking off for the Broncos will be Owen Burbridge. Miles Montgomery, watch out for him. He had a 90-yard touchdown against the Wolfpack. That was a couple of weeks back here at Triton College. High arching kick. It's returned by Paris. Actually, Tommy Thies, and he's tackled just past the 20. So a long way to go for this Friar offense. And I do not think that Montgomery is going to get the ball all night tonight because of what happened a couple weeks ago.
Good coverage on that kickoff. Now we're going to see the Fenwick offense hit the field.
11:53, actually making 11:54 remaining in the quarter. As it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Friar offense. In the backfield will be Jalen Morgan. He's their power back, their bell cow. As TJ Smith runs in motion, as did Tim McColhay. Jamin Williams, the junior, Frankie Hosty and him, they split time. It's going to be either a delayed game or on the defense. False start on Fenwick.
Oh, not a good start. Coach Battaglia not happy with that. Right off the bat, 6 seconds in, false start. That's not going to be good.
So 11:53 remaining. It'll be 1st and 15. Ball in the 17. One in the backfield. 3 wide receiver set. Handoff. Good hesitation move. Take his time. Tackle from behind, but not before Jalen Morgan got a big gain. 2nd and short coming up for Morgan and this Fenwick offense.
We got that penalty yardage back and then some. Good power run off to the right. And Fenwick in a hurry-up offense.
Almost didn't get the handoff, but did. Instead, it's a tackle for loss. As 2 Broncos around the ball carrier, Morgan. Finishing the tackle was Damari Anderson. 3rd and short, Gary. If you get at least 1 yard, you probably go for it. If not, going to have to punt.
John Grayson, defensive coordinator, is he plays situational defense. He sees what the offense gives you, and he gets multiple fronts. Starts with that front 4, though.
Handoff up the middle. 2nd effort. He's going to be short. You know, you don't want to keep giving Montini the ball because it's a team that loves to run the ball. They're just going to run clock. I know you're inside your own 35. I would consider going for it, or at least doing a hard count, see if you can catch him offside.
I tell you what, that defense hawks that ball big time. They surrounded it. Probably had, 10 guys close to that ball. They're going for it on 4th down. Big call early in this game.
They almost got him. You got 3 timeouts, Parter, but it's a Fenwick offense that can get the ball down quickly. You don't necessarily need all 3 timeouts late in the first half. You could consider calling a timeout here if you don't draw them offside. They're going to go for it. They got a little bit of a push up front. Did he get it? It's close.
Looking at it up here, they might, looks like they're going to measure it.
Which is rare in high school football. Not a lot of measurements, especially this early in the game.
You got J.C. Hayes, Nico Castaldo, Doug Mateo, and Amari Anderson up front. 270, 235, 330, and 270. That's a lot of beef up there to try to run through.
I don't love the spot if you're a Fenwick fan.
Yep. Going to come back and get a measure. I think they're short. From looking up from here, I think they're short.
And that's why sometimes I don't love in the NFL where they have that yellow line. Yeah. The yellow line is not the official first down marker. Only the chain gang is, and where the chain gang is, it looks like he's a half yard short.
This is a big stop here. Montini gets this stop and gets a shot at offense. This could take the momentum quickly in Montini's favor. And they're short.
Well, they go for it. Gary, I don't hate the call by Matt Battaglia because it's a Montini offense. They can just run you out of the building with their running game.
But again, you're running that front 4. It's got a lot of beef up there. That's a tough call. That's a big call. Matt Battaglia's got a lot of confidence in his offense, but I think maybe a play-action pass and a rollout there on 4th and 1.
Or just call the timeout and punt. They almost drove him offside, so
yes.
The play call was somewhat there. You know, it's easy to say in hindsight, right? It's easy to play Monday morning quarterback or be the 500-pound armchair quarterback, armchair head coach. 1st and 10 at the 32. As it's a handoff to the right side. Nice gain right there for the Broncos. 2nd and long coming up.
And I think Mike Bukowski wants to have a ball control offense here and run the clock, control the ball. Don't let Fenwick's defense dictate their offense.
2nd and 4, ball on the 26. Yeah, it's going to be a tackle for loss. Losing yardage on the play was Isaiah Mason. As it's going to be 3rd and very long.
Again, you gotta chip that guy in the end. Nobody came up to get him. Blasted right through the line and dropped him for a loss.
So it's going to be 3rd and very long for Montini. Third and 9. 1 in the backfield as it's going to be 3 wide receiver set. Clean pocket, scans the field, rolls outside the left. Here comes the pressure, and it's a sack for Fenwick. It's going to be a sack delivered by Aiden Burns. Punt formation coming up for the Broncos.
It looked like Mike Murphy was in on that sack as well. Held on to the ball too long. I thought he had an opportunity to take that ball and run with it. Had a lot of open real estate if you go to your left. Makes maybe a quick move and gets that 1st down. Now it's 4th down, and they're going to punt the ball away. Get a good punt here in Coffin corner, and they're going to put the pressure back on the Fenwick offense.
Montgomery to return. If I were Owen Burbridge and this Montini special teams unit, just kick it out of bounds or kick it, deep. They try to pin him in deep. Montgomery with the fair catch call. And I'm surprised by that, Gary. I would have tried to let that bounce and see if it bounces into the end zone.
Yeah, we're going to start at the 6-yard line.
Got to go 94 yards to score a TD. Then again, if you let it bounce and they recover it at the 1, then you're 5 yards back. So darn if you do, darn if you don't. Meanwhile, let's see what this Fenwick offense can do. They look pretty good, but the Montini defensive line had an answer.
Absolutely, and I think Fenwick comes out and tries to throw the ball here. With some play-action passes possibly, maybe roll out, but I think you test that secondary now for the Montini Broncos.
So this time Fenwick gets a friendly spot. They actually spot it at the 7. They run it wide as good blocking on the edge.
Well, what do I know?
Gets the ball to the 13, so it's a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 coming up. Well, if you want to get something going with your running game to give confidence to your quarterback, but there are also times you want to get the ball out quick on a screen to give some confidence to your quarterback as well. Handoff up the middle.
It's also keeping Montini's defense off track because it's the hurry-up offense. So, but again, is when I talked to head coach Matt Battaglia this week, Jalen Morgan's a power runner. They're going to give him that ball. They're going to keep feeding him.
2nd and 3, 1 in the backfield. Williams. Little drop-off pass to Morgan. Past the 1st down marker. 1st and 10 for the Friars. Great job by Williams not panicking. He pump faked the safety and then gave it to his running back in the flat.
Looked to his left and then dumped it off to the right. Nice play, good call by the offensive coordinator.
Morgan in the backfield. It's a spread offense, so they're not going to be under center very often tonight. Plenty of time for Williams. Bad throw, picked off. Here comes Montini with blockers in front. Inside the 20, inside the 15. Still on his feet. And it's going to be a pick 6 for Max Bell. Touchdown Broncos. Terrible decision by Williams, and it's a pick 6 for Montini. Excellent job on the return. He went one way and then the opposite side of the field for the touchdown.
I don't know where that throw was going. Receiver did not look like he was looking for the ball, number 1, but that ball was severely underthrown. Great pick, great run back, good cut back upfield for the touchdown. And Montini, as I said, Montini's answering here. It's the tale of two defenses, and we're going to see which offense is going to break.
So a touchdown for Montini. Terrible start for Fenwick. What a return, though, by Max Bell.
Going for 2.
And instead, they actually are going to go for 2. At least that's what we see right now. If they don't like it, then they might just call a timeout and get the kicking team out there. But nope, they're going to run it. Handoff off the left guard. And it's in for 2 points.
Untouched. Not even touched.
I mean, you don't expect that, right, on a 2-point conversion attempt. Usually it's a bootleg play or a shotgun play. That was just I formation. Let's see if you can stop it, and Fenwick couldn't.
Again, we talked about intangibles. Here's a turnover. They get that turnover. They get that touchdown, and Montini comes right down. Oh, wait. Oh, wait a minute. That play wasn't, the interception was not a touchdown. They got to say put him down at the 1.
Okay.
Wow, okay, interesting.
All right. Because they did, I saw the hands go up for the touchdown. Anyways, so no pick 6 for Max Bell. So if you had Max Bell on your fantasy team, you're not so happy tonight,
no,
right?
I'm wondering what that far official was doing. He gave the touchdown signal.
We didn't miss that. We did see him signal the touchdown.
Okay.
Anyway, so it's a it's a 1-yard touchdown and an extra point. So it is not 8-0, it's 7-0 in favor of the Broncos. We're going to take a break. You're watching SBS, the broadcasting network for everyone.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the
Kyle Smith alongside Gary Zahara. There's always something, right, in a football broadcast.
Correct. Max Bell, again, read that play, although the pass was severely underthrown. Receiver wasn't ready, took that ball to the house. Excellent cutback. Look, the side judge put his hands up, but he must have been overruled. So they went in untouched on the handoff. And with the extra point, Montini is up 7-0.
Well, you'll take the points however you get them. Maybe Max Bell's mom, if she's in the stadium tonight, she's not too happy. Yeah, I wanted to see my son get a pick 6. This kick, it's a little short. Thies will return as he's near the 25, still on his feet. Breaks off a tackler, and then 2 Montini Broncos are there to greet him, and Gary, was not a friendly greeting.
No, it wasn't, and boy, did they hawk that ball again. These guys, I'm impressed so far with Montini's tackling. Fenwick's going to have to answer here. Get a sustainable drive, whether to get a touchdown or a field goal. We've got to get some points on the board, get down the field to get some confidence to this offense.
1st and 10, ball at the 25.
Again, where we have a quarterback who's the man, we have to see if he's going to step up and be a leader here.
Williams rolls outside the pocket. Williams, as he's tackled from behind, he got near the 30. He was drilled from behind by Castado. He was a game-time decision. Barter, he looks pretty good to me.
Sure does. Talked to Mike Bukowski, and he said it wasn't going to be a game-time decision. I don't think he wanted to miss this game for anything.
2nd and 6, ball at the 29. Hurry up offense. Quick pass out to Bajorson. Bajorson with a nice juke, and he was out of bounds. But they do get the first down. You know, the fans aren't happy, Gary, but everybody in Montini saw that he stepped out, which is why they were late on the pursuit after he got past the initial defender.
Well, the big thing there is Fenwick got a first down now, so now you get some momentum offensively, and now you can start working on different things.
Handoff up the middle, as it's a short gain for Morgan and this Fenwick offense.
You know, Fenwick's offensive line's got a mix of seniors and juniors. They got 4 returning starters, and it's all a rotation-based from Coach Matt Battaglia.
Max Bell had the pick and then the 1-yard touchdown run. That's where we stand right now. Clean pocket for Williams. It's a design QB run. Right up the middle, still on his feet. Inside the 45. A little quarterback keeper to keep the offense going.
Excellent blocking on the second level, 62 and 54. With the blocks, that's Adam Callaghan and Jamari Washington on the second level. Big pickup for Jamin Williams.
This time, Smith on the jet sweep. He gets past the initial defender, gains a couple before he's drilled out of bounds. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Friars.
I like this response by the Fenwick Friars, coming back after that turnover and a quick touchdown where he didn't get touched going into the end zone. This is a good answer right now. I like the momentum. I like the pace of Fenwick's offense.
So not a friendly spot this time. They actually mark it at 2nd and 8 inside the Montini 42. Clean pocket for Williams. Near the sideline, right on target, past the 35, and finally tackled out of bounds by Sean Hubney. 3rd and manageable coming up. Unless he gets sacked on this play, Gary, most likely going to go for it.
Raphael Stewart with a good catch and get right up to the first down marker. 3rd and 1 here, 3rd and short. I'd probably call another quarterback move here. Maybe roll him out of the pocket.
You want to go to the edge?
Because I think I think Montini's playing that run up the middle. I think you're going to make Jamin Williams beat you on the run.
Williams, quick pass. A little bit dangerous, partner. You'd like to get that ball to a half step quicker because that was almost picked.
Well, that's an excellent pass. That was a laser beam. He got that in between 2 defenders. Right. Good play, good pass, good catch.
A little bit, giving me a little gray hairs though. A little bit of a cardiac event there.
And you know, Fenwick's got momentum here.
This time, handoff to Morgan. As the blocking was not there by Smith, loss of yardage. Gary, do you like that he stayed with the block to get to the outside? Or when you see that your wide receiver is having trouble blocking, should you cut it back inside?
Well, if he cut it back inside, he still would have been nailed. That was excellent pursuit by the defense there from Montini. So we're going tit for tat here, offense and defense.
That pass in the middle and it's dropped.
You know, second and a little bit long, 3rd and manageable went good, but now it's 3rd and long. You're expecting them to throw the ball here, but you could do something, you know, protect the ball. Maybe a quick screen, a quick pop pass.
3rd and 2.
Just don't throw it up there into traffic because you're going to get yourself in trouble. Probably another interception, and he may take it to the house this time.
Right down the seam. Dropped.
Wow. That was an excellent pass by Jamin Williams.
Trying to find Smith. 4th and 2.
No, that was Emmett Romius on that dive. Just missed it. I mean, right in his hands. You got to come up with that. That was an excellent call. It's single coverage, single man coverage. Should have came up with that. Should have been a touchdown.
4th and 2.
No, Vince never got off the half.
They've got the punt formation in, which I don't understand. Wouldn't be surprised if it's a fake here. Or you could do a hard count off the punt and see if you draw them offside.
You know, even though they're punting, if they do punt the ball away, I do like the response from Fenwick's offense here.
Just a little bit surprised. You went forward inside your own 34 on 4th and 1. Now you got 4th and 2 inside the 33.
Defense definitely lined up to play that fake. Nope, you got to get down there.
Good punt. This time it takes a friendly hop, and it's still inside the 10. So we'll stick with the action. 3:10 to go. Fenwick has driven a little bit, but every time that the Broncos need to get a stop, Gary, they've been getting the stops.
I'm impressed with this Montini defense so far. They've answered the call. Again, like I said, Fenwick had some momentum on offense, moved the ball down the field. Should have had a touchdown. Should have had a touchdown. Now we're going to see what defensive coordinator Nick Helkias has dialed up. He likes to do multiple fronts as well, attack the ball. You know, Nick Marshall's the stud on that defense.
Handoff off the left side. Gets a couple.
You know, when I talked to head coach Mike Bukowski this week, he said, you need to account for Nick Marshall, but it comes down to controlling ourselves, not the opponent. So, again, Montini needs to control what they can control their offense, and then just, you know, account for Nick Marshall, chip him, I think that's what's happening right now. He's getting double teamed, but he's getting in the action. He hasn't made any plays yet. Hasn't been a force yet.
2nd and 7 at their own 12. If you're just joining us, the only touchdown was scored on defense. Max Bell with the pick, and it got him to the 1-yard line. As that handoff up the middle. And now here we go, 3rd down coming up for Montini. A team that was in the semifinals last year. They've had a couple of injuries, and they battled their way through them coming into this game tonight. Struggled offensively in their last game to go from undefeated to now 2-1. They look great defensively, ho-hum offensively thus far.
Offensive coordinator Vince Natali for Montini. He's got J.C. Hayes and Luke Jezik, their leaders on the offensive line, and he's challenging Fenwick. He has no problem handing that ball and saying, come and get us. Gonna hit him in the mouth.
One in motion for the Broncos. Quarterback keeper. Can't break off the original tackle, and then the pursuit comes. 4th down coming up for Montini as a huge stop. Tackle for loss.
Of course, if you can't block somebody, you don't block somebody, it defeats the purpose of running that kind of play. Right off the edge.
As we have our first in-game report from Kalia Bell. We'll get it in a minute. As it's 7-0 in favor of the Broncos. They're in punt formation. 4th and 4 at their own 15.
And that's the kind of defensive answer Fenwick needed. Ooh, yes. Got him off sides.
Got to watch for it. As Kalia Bell with our first report of the night. Kalia 7-0 as Kalia 7-0 as the pick by Max Bell put them at the 1-yard line. The sideline judge signaled touchdown. We thought touchdown, then the ball was at the 1-yard line. They scored on the 1-yard line. What do you have for us?
Yeah, there was a lot of disappointed faces on the sideline. They thought they just got it. The defense was looking really disappointed after they allowed Montini to score pretty early. Fenwick has tried to get back on track, especially after their last loss, which was tough for them. But on the sidelines, Jack Paris was trying to hype up his team. He was looking back at some film, looking at the play that had just happened, the missed touchdown. He went up to his team and said, we got to work as a unit. We have to move together as a unit, trying to lift up some of the other players. But overall, Fenwick kind of looking down on the sidelines, but some of the team is trying to put them together. The coaches are getting in their faces, telling them pick their heads back up and get back out there.
Was there anything from Jamin Williams or the offensive players about the pick that was thrown?
More disappointed faces on the sidelines, as one would assume. But again, a lot of people, it's still early in the game, so a lot of the players are just trying to get back on track and just trying to uplift each other. You could see some of the players coming off and kind of looking down, other teammates patting them off the back. Coach is saying, you're good, get back out there. So it's still a lot of game left.
All right, thanks so much, Kalia. She'll be back in the second quarter. It's a 7-0 lead as Montini will have 2nd and 10 at their own 20. Quick pass as it's a swing pass out to the right, breaks off a tackle near the 30.
I'd like to see that replay and see if that ball hit the ground or not, but looks like he had good hands, scooped it up, and took it in. Yeah, we're going to see right here. Yep. Santino Florio, one of the leaders as the wide receiver on that offensive crew. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, I don't know, but that was close, but that was a hell of a catch.
Sure was. But, you know, that's why football is such a pattern game. When you're just a half-inch off on the pass, it allows the defense more time to get off the block and tackle your ball carrier.
Especially at the high school level, because they're not yet formed and speedy like they are in the college level. So you have an opportunity to maybe make few people miss before you get tackled on that second level.
And then just for devil's advocate on the defensive side, when it's a not so good of a pass, allows the linebacker to get off the block and make the tackle in the flat.
Absolutely.
Second quarter coming up next. We're going to take a break. You're watching SBS, the broadcasting network for everyone.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches.
Kyle Smith alongside Gary Zahara. It's 3rd and 2 for Montini. When Fenwick was in this position in the first quarter, they decided to go for it. Will Montini do the same? I'd be a little surprised since they're up 7-0.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I would kick the ball unless it's inches, 4th and inches. Then you're going to use that offensive line and possibly quarterback sneak it.
Hand off. Good push up front. Gets to the second level. And gets to the 45. A lot of arm tackling by Fenwick. That just not going to work.
Don't need to worry about the 4th and inches play.
That was like a Mike Allstott play. Just everybody get out of the way, give me the ball, and I'll do the rest.
Head coach for the Montini Broncos, Mike Bukowski, a 1983 alum, his 8th year, 35th total with this program.
Nice.
Lost to Byron in the semis in 2023.
It's a tough Montini team. They've always been tough. Fenwick knew what they were getting into. And when you turn the ball over, they're losing the turnover battle. Not so good. And if you're going to throw a turnover, you'd like for it to be a good pass. It wasn't a good pass by Jamin Williams. And when you throw a bad pass and it's over his head, it allows Montini to get their blocks going on the pick, on the return, and they got the return all the way to the 1-yard line. 2nd and 4. Rolls outside the pocket. Big time sack. And it's delivered by Jack Paris.
He's got to get rid of that ball. He was going upfield, but he's got to dump that off. He had number 3 down on the near side.
Yeah, that was JoJo James.
JoJo James, just throw it at his feet, throw the ball away. You know, fight to live another down. Now you're losing big yardage. You're back in your own territory.
3rd and 10 at their own 45. You'd think they need to get at least 6 to consider going for it.
Got to throw that ball away. Got to.
Or just throw it away, throw it out of bounds. Anything but a sack. Clean pocket. Now he rolls outside the right. And I'm not sure where that ball was, two-parter, because it went over the head of Isaiah Mason. And then there was another wide receiver.
2 receivers in the area there. I think it went to number 2.
Yeah, so the intended target was Mason, but it went over his head, and then it almost was caught by the wide receiver behind him, so I'm not sure if it was actually intended for Mason. Mason was also double covered on the play.
Both offenses struggling. Fenwick now flexing their defensive muscle. They'd answered defensively. Now we're going to see what Montini has on the defensive end and see what head coach Matt Battaglia for Fenwick can dial up offensively.
This punt, straight up in the air. Montgomery fumbles it. Gets it back. And gets back to where he originally returned it. Gary, if he had just kept running with it on the wheel, he looked like he might have had blockers to the left.
Listen, when you muff a punt like that, pick it up, and the defense, their momentum's taking him past you. If he get a couple of cuts, he could have been gone. So we're going to see what happens. With 10:04 left in the second quarter, the Montini Broncos with a 7-0 lead over the Fenwick Friars.
Yeah, I was really surprised that that he went back to where this original spot was where he returned it. Just keep going left and looked like he had blockers in front. 1st and 10 at their own 25. Little drop-off pass to Morgan. Past the 30. That's successful, partner, but the post routes, the fly routes, and the out routes have not really been working for Jamin Williams.
Well, this is where it's gonna set that up for. So if you get a little dump pass and get 5 to 7 yards and keep chunking the ball downfield, or getting little dink and dunks, it's going to help you offensively.
Jamin Williams, he still has it. He's going to have to run with it. Here comes the pressure. And I'm not sure if 55 was lined up as a receiver. If not, that would be intentional grounding. Because the closest receiver to the ball was 55, Gianni Bertacci, who was only listed as an O-line unless he was eligible on the play.
Well, it looks like the officials missed that one, but Nico Castaldo with major pressure. But there's the difference right there. Get rid of the ball. Instead of taking that sack, throw it in the area. Now you live. It's 3rd down, still manageable.
Now, if your hand's going forward and it's knocked forward, then you're not trying to get the ball to 55, so then they wouldn't call intentional grounding. As that handoff for short gain. It didn't look like his hand was hit, though, and I watched it on replay. It looked like he was trying to get that ball to 55, and that's big because it would have brought them back 10 yards, which means 10 more yards of field position on the corresponding punt for Montini.
I'm impressed with Montini's front four. Their run defense has been solid so far. It's definitely making a statement in this first half. If you were to twist my arm and say, who's got the upper hands, Montini on both sides of the ball right now.
4th and 3. Players of the game, this entire Montini defense thus far.
Yes. Led by Nico Castaldo, because he's making a difference right now.
It's not easy when you play hurt, but you know what? After week 1, everybody's hurt, right? You just battle through it, and you become a football player.
Nick Marshall for Fenwick has not made his presence felt yet.
Great punt. And Gary, if you're a young fan wondering, well, why didn't the returner try to catch it going backwards? It's so hard to do. That's why Willie Mays is in the Hall of Fame with that Willie Mays type of catch.
Oh, if he catches that ball, he's got 4 Fenwick Friars right on his butt, and he's going down. He might give that ball up and get a touchdown for Fenwick on the punt return team.
And it's not easy when you get tackled on your hip like that, because he would have caught it, with his hip approaching the defense, the special teams
and
unit.
Your momentum's taking you back towards your own end zone.
Yeah. You hope you get a Montini hop where it hops off the 25 and lands at the 30. That time it didn't. Great punt by Noah Sir. 1st and 10 at their own 20. Fenwick's had answers on defense most of the night. Quarterback keeper, and he's either going to be spotted at the original line of scrimmage or he lost a yard.
Jack Paris again busting that line. Leading tackler for the Fenwick Friars.
We do have live stats tonight, brought to you by Stat Crew. We'll let you know the live stats as they appear. 2nd 11 at their own 19. Quick pass. Good blocking, but Fenwick on the pursuit, able to get him as he got past the 25.
They brought in Israel Abrams on that play. The head coach Mike Bukowski says sometimes they use different quarterbacks for different situations. 2 quarterbacks, a lot of RPO sets for Montini.
3rd and 5 at their own 25. Rolls outside the pocket. Here comes the pressure. Big time play by Jack Paris. Gary, we were wondering if this Fenwick 10 men would step up to the plate, if Nate Marshall would be double teamed. Jack Paris is leading the way tonight.
Nobody's accounting for Jack Paris right now. He's getting basically into that backfield untouched. Good play by having his hands up, knocking that ball down. Avoiding a penalty, maybe a shot to the head. Good defensive stand by the Fenwick Friars.
Anything that Abrams can do at the quarterback position to try to get that ball off and try to complete the pass?
I'd run to just tuck it and run.
4th and 5. Pressure comes, not a good punt.
Ooh, man, that might have been tipped.
Big break if you're a Friar fan.
They got a flag down. That's going to be on. The man, Nick Marshall.
Nate Marshall.
Nick
Marshall was that fantastic quarterback for Auburn. You remember that game, the prayer at Jordan-Hare? It was the immaculate deflection.
That's right.
I think it was like 4th and 18, and Marshall threw up a prayer deflected by a Georgia safety and then went into the hands of an Auburn wide receiver.
This could be unnecessary roughness on Nate Marshall. Not a good play by him. It's going to give Montini.
Well, if it's during the return, wouldn't it still be Fenwick ball if it's unsportsmanlike?
It will, but it's just that's not a smart play. Number 1 player in the state, top 25 in the nation. You just don't make that kind of play. That's just frustration right there because he's not getting to the quarterback. He's not playing the way that everybody thinks Nate Marshall can play.
You're allowing Montini to play Montini's game. If you're Nate Marshall, you need to play Fenwick's game. You need to play your team's game.
Correct.
And remember, it's never the first guy that instigated. It's always the second guy that the officials catch. It's a break for Montini.
Head coach Matt Battaglia, say that 10 times fast, not happy with that call at all.
Peter Piper picked a pack of
pickled
peppers.
There you go. Yeah, I'll let you do that. I mean, this is still a 7-0 game, Kyle. So, I mean, you have offenses that are struggling, moving the ball a little bit. Then all of a sudden it stalls, and now you're throwing again. It's the tale of 2 defenses here.
Everybody's struggling on offense.
Right.
In the NFL, it's the most field goals in a single week in NFL history. Here comes the pressure. Jabin somehow got out of it. Past midfield, past the 45. Jamin Williams, man, is he fun to watch in the open field. How did he get out of that? That was
54 like Cam Rutland lost his helmet on that one. I think when you lose your helmet on the high school level, correct me if I'm wrong, you got to take that helmet. You can't be involved in the play, and you got to run off the field.
Little screen pass to the right. That's to Robius. And now this Fenwick offense is starting to roll.
Again, you know, which defense is going to stay out on the field a little longer, and Fenwick's got the hurry-up offense. Matt Battaglia like, I'm not going to be running the ball up the middle because their defensive front four is handling the situation. So it looks like they're going to be doing a lot of quick passes, play action possibly, but this one right up the middle.
Just a handoff up the middle to Morgan. This is what happened, though, in that Joliet game. Fenwick was attacking most of the night, getting near the red zone, and then Joliet Catholic kept getting stops most of the night. Can Fenwick learn from the game film and get 6 instead of 3 once they approach the red zone?
I believe so.
Nice pass inside the 10. Touchdown, Friars. It's delivered to Raphael Stewart.
Jamin Williams took a hell of a hit to make that play action pass.
Here it is.
Watch this hit. Came through untouched. Now that's a quarterback leader right there. Staying in the pocket, taking that hit to make the play, and you get rewarded with a touchdown.
Raphael Stewart ran an excellent route, backed up his quarterback well. Here comes the PAT. The kick is up, and it's straight through the uprights.
I'm giving that all to Jamin Williams on that one.
I thought that quarterbacks get too much of the credit.
No. When he took that shot, that was a hell of a play.
Yeah, it was a harder shot than Caleb Williams took on Sunday Night Football.
Oh, don't get me started, please.
We're going to take a break at 7-7 here on SBS.
Feeling bullied by your bank?
You know there's a fee. That loan application looks complicated.
Any help?
Not really a math guy. I hope you enjoyed our new hold music. Last question, what high school did you go to?
Lincoln South?
Dude, we totally crushed you guys.
At Wintrust, we take a different approach.
Welcome back, 6:37 left, first half. Tie ball game, Montini Broncos and the Fenwick Friars at 7. Gary Zahara along with Kyle Smith. As I talked to head coach Mike Bukowski this year, one of his coaches that helps out with the Montini Broncos is former Chicago Rush head coach Mike Hohensee, also former Bears quarterback Mike Hohensee. And I know him really well from the Chicago Rush days. He came on my show. Head coach Mike Bukowski tells him he works with the punters, the quarterbacks. It has an absolute positive effect. And we can see with the 2 quarterback set, the way Mike Hohensee works with them in his wide receiver quarterback camp. Can't go wrong when you have a former Chicago Bear quarterback and the last head coach to bring a Chicago football championship to the city of Chicago.
1st and 10 at their own 20 off the touchback.
He's sitting at home right now. He just got back from Italy having a vacation with his beautiful wife, Deb. Congratulations. Hope you guys had some fun. Now can Montini answer?
This time it's a option play. And a couple of Friars read it well. Just a couple of yards gained. Late flag might be on the defense. Usually when the flag's called that late, Gary, it's usually on the defense.
You can't. Again, I just throw my hands up, Kyle. I just don't understand. You've got to control yourself.
It looked like it was a shoulder hit, maybe taunting on Jack Paris. They're talking it over, which I like, Gary, because this is a big call, but it's unsportsmanlike conduct. It gives Montini 15 yards, which they really need because their offense is struggling right now.
And see, not a good play by Paris, because you score that touchdown, you get that momentum, but it's on Montini.
I'm surprised because it looked like clean blocks, but what a break for Fenwick. What a turn that was. We thought it was going to be 1st and 10 on the 35.
Still going to have to control your emotions. It's a big game. It's tied up. Probably a little smack talking going on in the field. Usually that happens. On a football field, you can get away with it more than a basketball court because it's 84-50 on a basketball court.
So the ball's on the 7.
If I'm Fenwick, I'm coming with pressure.
Should be 2nd and 17, I believe. They're trying to fix it on the Jumbotron.
Yeah, if I'm Fenwick, I'm going to come with some pressure, make Abrams make a play.
Handoff on the jet sweep. Barrels through a defender. And just barely got to the original line of scrimmage. You might have lost a yard.
Nice block, or else he would have lost some yardage and probably got to the goal line. Whoever clipped him off on that play.
Yes, we'll watch it on replay in a second. Oh, wow, what a block.
Yeah. It's moving too quick. We can't see those numbers. But that was a good block
So
from the side.
8. Clean pocket. Now he rolls outside it. Steps into his throw. Right downfield. Underthrown, still caught. That was a heck of a throw, and it was delivered to Vince Irian.
Israel Abrams rolled out, took his time, saw the pressure coming, aired that one out, like you said, just a bit underthrown. If that thing is 2 yards forward, that's a touchdown.
Wow, nice throw. Another option play. A lot of speed as the defense was there originally, but Jeremiah Peterson was able to get past the initial attacker.
Like this footwork by Israel Abrams, and that's another thing I want to talk about when Mike Hones, he works with the quarterbacks. He talks about footwork, and if you watch those videos, if you go to CoachO.com, you see the way he works with the quarterback's footwork. It's all about footwork.
Accuracy has been a little bit of a struggle as that screen pass out to the right near the first down marker. Both quarterbacks come in completion percentage under 51%. That pass, if it was 2 yards downfield in stride, it would have been a touchdown pass. And those are the little things that go from 0 points to 6 on the Jumbotron sometimes.
True, but I like the way Abrams is running the offense, and I like the answer by the Montini offense as well.
This time Abrams will run it himself. Abrams goes into contact. How much do you trust in Owen Burbridge if it gets to 4th and 5 or less? Do you go for it or do you try to kick to get the lead?
I mean, if you can you make a 30-yard field goal in high school? Is it?
Of course you can.
Okay. Well,
but you got to have the guy to do it.
You got to have to take a chance. I don't think you go for it on 4th down all the time. My question is, then why have a kicker?
Right. It happens, man. I remember when Mason Crosby was having his struggles with the Packers. He had a great career with the Packers. I think he missed like 10 kicks one year. It was like during the 2015 season. A lot of fans were clamoring for him to be released. This is the guy that kicked for them in the Super Bowl. That just shows you how much fans they turn on you in a second. They stuck with him, then he made his next 6 in a row. It happens, man. There's guys like Blair Walsh, they're perfect. He misses that 28-yarder in the playoffs for the Vikings, and he was never the same. He can go both ways as a kicker.
Gaetano Carbonaro back in for the Montini Broncos at quarterback. So we might see a pass here. We got single coverage.
3rd and 6, flag.
Looks like a false start here.
Break for Fenwick. So 3rd and 11. There's not that much in the playbook for 3rd and 11.
I take a shot in the end zone. You got single coverage with Santonio Florio at on the near side here.
Yeah, you got to keep updating him, man.
I'm sorry, that's JoJo James.
You got to click on this.
And C.J. Harkins.
Got to keep moving. 3rd and 11, ball in the 26. Shotgun formation. And there's a late flag on the play. Paris was around it.
No, it doesn't look like they got a flag. Well, I mean, here you got to make a decision. Looks like you're going to go for it, as you talk about. No confidence in the kicking game.
4th and 11 on your 26. That's a long field goal in high school. That'd be 43 yards.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, take a chance, put it in the end zone, see if you can get a flag, and put the ball on the spot.
Or just throw it right at the first down marker, too, if you want. Throws it to the end zone. Not even close. Some minor contact. It was not a catchable ball. If he's pushed out of the end zone, that is interference, but I don't think he was pushed out of the end zone.
Yeah, I think you go, you stack that one side and just run crossing patterns because it's hard to run. Again, remember, north and south, easy to do. East and west, when you're following the play, you get an opportunity to dump that ball and maybe get a catch or run after catch. Well, Fenwick flexes their muscle on defense, and now we're going to see if they're going to answer on offense again.
3:43 remaining. 1st and 10 on the 26. Handoff up the middle. Near the 30. Remember, Gary, it's clock stops on a first down, so you don't have to call a timeout now. With 3:11 to go, you might call one when you get your next first down.
Well, with the hurry-up offense, it doesn't really matter. Again, you're going to take up some chunks. You're going to get some chunks of yards on the run, and then work that play-action pass.
2nd and 5. Ball in the 31. Fumble.
No, he picked it up.
Fenwick sticks with it.
Don't like that play call at all.
I'm surprised Montini didn't call a timeout there because Fenwick's just going to let this clock run until Montini calls a timeout. Why would you want to rush a pass here if it's incomplete? It gives Montini a free timeout and stops the clock.
Got a flag on Montini in the neutral zone, so that'll get him 5 yards.
Well, it stops the clock for your team,
right.
But unfortunately it gives Fenwick a first down. Yeah, I was surprised that Bukowski didn't call a timeout there to stop the clock. Not just to stop the clock, but to settle his defense down, give them a little bit of a rest. Each team has 3 timeouts left. Now clock continues to run with 2:14 to go. Handoff to Morgan, up the middle.
I'm wondering why the play calls. Yeah, your hurry-up offense, but the clock is running. Not getting anything up the middle, but they still want to run the ball up the middle.
Little drop-off pass. Morgan past the sticks and then dropped out of bounds past midfield. 2:04 to go as it's 1st and 10 for the Friars. Our next field report from Kalia Butler as it's 7-7 with 2:04 to go here in the first half. Kalia, what do you got for us?
Yeah, Kyle, so earlier with Montini, number 7, Israel Abrams, he had gotten shaken up a little bit, hit really hard, had to come out, got the wind knocked out of him, but coaches kept coming up to him and saying, hey, you got to get your mind into this. It's all about your mindset. Go out there and get the ball out of your hands. You saw he kind of had bounced back after that. Overall, he was getting some snaps out on the sidelines, coming back into the game and giving it his all. He's getting a little shaken up, just a sophomore. He's pretty light, 190 pounds, but he's going out there, getting beat up a little bit, but coming back and showing what he's capable of and really helping out this Montini team.
Was he a little bit frustrated that he underthrew that pass? If it was right on stride, it would have been a touchdown pass for Abrams.
He was, yeah. He was frustrated. You could kind of see the look on his face. But again, a very encouraging group on the sidelines, teammates coming up to him, saying, you got this, get your head in the game. Coaches as well, just saying you need to bounce back. And the biggest thing is just telling him to get the ball out of his hands. Multiple coaches came up to him and told him, get the ball out of your hands quicker.
All right, Kalia, thanks so much. That's Kalia Butler. 1st and 10, it was at the 36, and they'll mark it 2nd and short coming up.
Another excellent pass right off the ground. Montini wanted that incompletion, but they didn't get it.
Little screen pass out to the right to Smith. And I'm surprised that Montini did not call any timeouts there. This is the first timeout of the game.
Great play by Nick Arion there on that quick pass. Again, nobody accounted for him on defense. He got in there, shot in, and took them down for a loss of, looks like 3 or 2.
Timeout Fenwick. We're going to take a break. You're watching SBS, the broadcasting network for everyone.
Sure, my family loves me. They bought me this sweet new collar. My dog bowl is always full of Fido's finest. Heck, they even take care of the personal stuff on my walk. Come on, who does that? But what really sealed the deal for me was when they installed a security system from Forest Security. Hey, I'm no watchdog, you know? Forest Security offers the latest in technology and security for
3rd and 2, ball at the 28. 53 seconds left. Quick pass, and it's out to Romeus as he was stopped just before we got the 20. 1st and 10 for the Friars. Unlike Montini, they do have a kicker they trust in Noah Sir. We were here last year when the lights went out against St. Francis. Then they brought the lights back on 20 minutes later, and then Noah Sir right through the uprights to give them a 7-16 win over the Spartans. Quick pass out to Romeus.
Fenwick obviously now throwing the ball. They probably Matt Battaglia's like, we're done running the ball. We're going to do the quick pops and going to make Montini come up and play man-to-man. Jam that receiver possibly. This is where it gets tough, especially when you're on the near side. You got all those people on that one side. It'd be tough to get a pass in there.
2nd and 1, ball at the 12. As a quick developing play, Jamin Williams was tackled on the play. Timeout Fenwick. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching SBS, the broadcasting network for everyone.
Sure, my family loves me. They bought me this sweet new collar. My dog bowl is always full of Fido's finest. Heck, they even take care of the personal stuff on my walk. Come on, who does that? But what really sealed the deal for me was when they installed a security system from Forest Security. Hey, I'm no watchdog, you know? Forest Security offers the latest in technology and security for our home. Yeah, I'm pretty good at keeping an eye on things, but I also have stuff to do, like sleep and socialize. A smart security system can provide around-the-clock awareness and generate instant smartphone alerts. They let the family know if something is wrong or suspicious. They do all of the work for us, 24 hours a day, 7 days.
Third and 1, ball at the 12. Williams, quarterback sneak. Near the 5, inside the 10. They move the chains as the red zone offense in style right now for Fenwick. One in the backfield, hurry up offense. As he's tackled from behind the line of scrimmage, that time by Hayes. He's had a quiet night, but when they need him most, he's there to deliver.
Again, that front four, they make the noise for the defense. You got the secondary with the Arion boys, Nick and Vince. They're both twins. Isaac Alexander, Max Bell, Sean Hubany. You know, in the weekly chat with head coach Mike Bukowski, he's 28 seniors. They've been through a lot, he said, after COVID. This is a team that's gelled, that they're together, they're close. They like the close games. He believes that they're a playoff team this year, and he believes that they're better than last year in their loss in the semifinals to Byron.
Let's see what they run here on 2nd and goal at the 8. That was the last timeout by Fenwick, so they have no timeouts remaining.
Got to see what their receiving core here for Fenwick. 3 seniors, both 2-year starters, elite receivers, all college prospects. This is what you get these accolades for. Who's going to make a play here for Fenwick?
Clean
And
pocket
Montini.
for Williams. He rolls outside the pocket, no choice but to throw it out of bounds. He was outside the tackle box. I don't even think a wide receiver was running an out route. They're going to say there was a close enough receiver, no intentional grounding. They give Williams the benefit of the doubt because he was outside the tackle box.
Great pursuit there.
3rd and goal at the 8. Got to get at least 5 yards to not kick the field goal and go for it instead. Fans and the Fenwick bench are arguing that Montini was offside.
You got Nate Marshall out playing offense in the slot right now.
Yeah, usually he's out wide. Williams to the end zone. Touchdown, Romeus. 3rd and goal. It wasn't the most pretty pass, Gary, but it was effective.
Pump fake to the outside. That defensive back bit on it, and Romeus snuck in between in the slot area and was wide open for the touchdown. No chance for Jeremiah Peterson to get that one. And Fenwick answers big time.
Yeah, Fenwick needed that as their offense had struggled most of the half. Noah Sir delivers on the PAT. It's 14-7. We'll stick with the action as it'll be a kickoff, and most likely Montini will take a knee. We saw some good things offensively for Montini. Hasn't been that consistent, though.
Yeah, I think Montini took that whole quarter. In the first quarter, Montini dominated on both sides of the ball. In the second quarter, Fenwick's offense and defense woke up within the last 5 minutes. You got to like the way Jamin Williams is controlling the offense, making smart plays. A couple times he held onto the ball too much, but he's controlling the offense. And I like his poise.
Yeah, he's been very poised in that pocket.
So far, the people that we've talked about in this game and the people that were talked about this week from both coaches on both teams are stepping up and making plays. Right now, Fenwick with the advantage as they're up by a touchdown and an extra point with 7 seconds remaining in the first half.
You do have all 3 timeouts, but with only 7 seconds left, you're only down 7, just take a knee. And
absolutely.
If you had 17 seconds, maybe.
No, don't want to risk an injury. Don't want to risk a turnover. I would just take a knee, go into halftime, regroup. You know, and do the things that have got you here and you've been successful with, especially in this game.
If not for that bad pass by Jamin Williams early in the game, it could likely be a 14-0 score for Fenwick right now. I mean, the Montini offense, it's been pretty stagnant most of the first half.
Correct. I mean, again, Fenwick lost to Joliet Catholic by 1 point, had an opportunity to win that game.
Could have just kicked the PAT, gone into overtime.
And Montini got handled pretty well by Marist, 21-6 last week as well. So, like I said, taking a knee.
It's never a bad thing to get handled by Marist. That's a heck of a program, but still, nobody likes to get beat down by an opponent either.
No.
We're going to go to halftime. Halftime stats coming up next. It's 14-7 Fenwick here on SBS.
Isn't that putting the cart before the horse? Yep. You're not supposed to do that.
Nowadays, you have to, especially in the housing market, where you need to get a mortgage before you find the house. That's why with the Get Committed program from Compass Mortgage, you'll have a fully underwritten loan commitment that stands out even amongst cash offers. Not to mention, once you find the perfect home, you could close in as little as 15 days. Hey, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
You're pretty big on horse metaphors, huh?
Nay.
Ever since I was a little kid, I've been interested in the ideas of justice and fairness and equality. That's why I became a lawyer. I have the opportunity to advance these ideals. Now more than ever in our world, it is important that we highlight these issues. It's important that we fight for these issues. And my clients know that Keating Law Offices will not just fight for them, but they will fight for these ideals.
Sure, my family loves me. They bought me this sweet new collar. My dog bowl is always full of Fido's finest. Heck, they even take care of the personal stuff of my walk. Come on, who does that? But what really sealed the deal for me was when they installed a security system from Forest Security. Hey, I'm no watchdog, you know? Forest Security offers the latest in technology and security for our home. Yeah, I'm pretty good at keeping an eye on things, but I also have stuff to do, like sleep and socialize. A smart security system can provide around-the-clock awareness and generate instant smartphone alerts. They let the family know if something is wrong or suspicious. They do all of the work for us, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know what they say, you can't trust a dog to watch your house or your sandwich. Call Forest Security today.
Call us today at 708-452-2000 or visit forestsecurity.com.
Isn't that putting the cart before the horse?
Yep.
You're not supposed to do that.
Nowadays, you have to, especially in the housing market, where you need to get a mortgage before you find the house. That's why with the Get Committed program from Compass Mortgage, you'll have a fully underwritten loan commitment that stands out even amongst cash offers. Not to mention, once you find the perfect home, you could close in as little as 15 days. Hey, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
You're pretty big on horse metaphors, huh?
Nay.
I threw away my retainer again? My parents are gonna be so mad at me. Are you looking to replace your lost or broken retainer? Perhaps bank a free retainer for the future. Would you like to be part of something that guarantees you a new retainer and gives back to the community at the same time? If yes, then we have the perfect solution for you. Willow Lake Orthodontics is proud to offer their unique Retainers Make a Difference program. We offer our patients and families an opportunity to replace their retainers simply by putting in a little hard work and lending a helping hand at the local food pantry, the local farm, or a Glenview retirement community. Every patient that completes their volunteer hours earns a voucher for a free retainer. So instead of worrying about spending your savings for a new retainer, take advantage of this opportunity and call us now to get started. As both residents and business owners in Glenview, Willow Lake Orthodontics is excited that Remade is a win for our families and the community we live in.